Hello, you lovely beans. How you doing? Welcome to this week's coffee break. I've even got coffee today. So, I've just sat down. We have been out and about, and it is in the UK. It is actually proper summer. It is like scorchio, as they say. I'm sweating buckets, she says elegantly. How lovely. Oh, a card just jumped out. So I will later be revealing that card for us on this video. So if you have an intention or a question or you're looking for some guidance, you can tune into that and bring your intention into this space and allow my message and the card to respond to you. And we're going to have the card and then we're going to have some EFT tapping. Yay! So what I've been thinking about today, sit down with my drink, is a bit about sort of deconditioning, I suppose. But what it started with was I sat down to do some creative writing this morning, and I was like in my Care Bear journal, I was doing some writing, and I was thinking about my handwriting, and my handwriting was very deliberately modelled on one of my bestie friends' handwriting when I was at school, because like our friends are to us when we're that age, there's aspects of them that we see that are more beautiful, more clever, more wonderful, more popular. And all my friends are all of those things, beautiful and clever and wonderful and popular. But of course, it was my inability to see that in myself, and my comparison with them is what I'm referring to. And this particular very beautiful, glamorous, popular friend is very creative and very artistic and had very beautiful handwriting. And my handwriting, much like my nature, was more practical and quick and functional. And I very deliberately crafted my handwriting to be more like hers, and it stuck. So when I write, that's my handwriting now. And it looks really nice, it does. But I was reflecting on this while I was writing in my journal and just being in curiosity, what would it be like for me in terms of my channeling and my flow and my journaling and my creative writing and expression if I was more in my true authentic flow into my writing. And it's a lot to undo, because I've been writing like this, since I was little. It's a lot to undo, and I'm not even challenging myself to do that, although there is that little spark of curiosity. I don't know if I could find it again, but it just was getting my attention without any judgment or shame, but it was just this little curiosity. And it's something that I journey with a lot, because as what I'd call a radically unschooling family and as a PDA parent, unschooling and deschooling and deconditioning are a huge part of my parenting journey. And I have been really honoured to witness my daughter grow up with a different life experience. And I'm not in any way making one experience better or preferred to another, but it's been an honour to be able to experience difference and to witness that, and to have the opportunity to be curious within that. And because she hasn't been raised in any formal education, as a PDAer, we've been completely child-led, and she has been able to come to all of her learning in her own style, in her own timing, in her own preferences. And one of the things that we've been able to witness as parents, which has been really amazing to watch, is that she's completely self-taught with her reading. She's never had any lessons or formal teachings or encouragement. I don't know whether we've discouraged, but in no way was there any intended encouragement. She had access to books in life, but didn't particularly have much interest when she was younger. And there were definitely years as she was getting older where there was a difference with her peers, who of course had staged learning in their education, and we had to sit in a hope rather than a knowing as parents that what we believed might unfold, that just like the innate ability to talk and walk comes through our children, that the innate ability to read would unfold for her in her own time, and it did. And you know, I couldn't tell you how she got the skills or where they came from, but I can tell you that she sits and reads novels now and enjoys them. And I've no idea. We never did phonetics, we never had learning books, we never, you know, she just was exposed to the world. And when she was self-motivated and when she felt ready in her preferred learning style, she started reading, you know. And I was thinking about that, you know, compared to my sort of like learnt writing, and just being in those differences. And as somebody who is really on a life journey to find more of my authentic truth and be further and deeper all the time in the expression of my truth, and finding the freedom in that in my life through my parenting journey, through what I'm exposed to through my parenting journey, the joyous stuff like what I just shared with you, and the contrast and the resistance stuff that calls me to be curious and to grow and expand. As I'm in all of that, you know, I find more of my authenticity and shed a lot of layers. And of course, as the generation that we are, you know, as we're all walking this path, we've all got a lot of deep conditioning that comes from our family of origin, from our culture, from our education experience, from our society, from our politics, you know, all kinds of things. And it's all okay, isn't it? Aren't we just fabulous showing up as we are? I'm not making any of it wrong, but it is a really beautiful journey to sit in joyous curiosity about what could be for the children and young people that are following in generations to come, in really being honoured in their complete authentic truth from the get-go. And what possible, you know, I think now I'm in my 40s, so in this decade of my life, you know, yet more layers of letting go, of releasing, of healing. And I'm so grateful for all the tools I've got and the support I've got, and all the lessons that I'm learning, you know, and this is my path to walk and I embrace it. But I just wonder what can be with our human path and our expression in the world, and bringing our joy and creativity and gifts into the world, when we haven't got to go through so much of this releasing, because we've actually been embraced in our authentic truth, you know, as we've unfolded our years before. And so I'm just sitting with a lot of that today, and I wanted to put that out and share that with you. And of course, those of you who are in peace with PDA and who join with me in my work, and those of you who are members in the Freedom Centre especially, you know, my membership space now, we're really journeying with using EFT tapping as the tool to lead us into this deeper level of freedom in our parenting journey, and in our inner parenting journey, by using the EFT tapping to release, so that we can free ourselves and open that space, so we can hold that space for our children coming through now, to have their authentic expression and freedom. So it is beautiful, and I love EFT tapping for it so much, because it's what's really opened up this journey in a very real way for me, of actually being able to release the resistance, the the brick walls I was hitting up against, the confusion and the tension, you know, that's showing up for me in my life, with this amazing tool that was able to release it on all levels, on the mind, body and spirit level, to free me up to, you know, new incredible layers. Does that look like some complete beautiful picture? No, it's an ever-changing, ongoing, messy journey. And if, you know, if you love that as much as me, and make sure you come and join us if you haven't already. Okay, stop waving my coffee around. Let's have a card. So these are from my Wisdom for Healing cards, personal empowerment lessons, and the card that leapt out for you, whatever you have been tuning into, is this one. And oh, I so resonate with this at the moment. I am so called into this. Do less. I'm being so deeply called into the feminine energy of receptivity and just being open and allowing and stopping doing. I'm such a, this is so much my deconditioning journey. Such a doer. I'm such a doer. And do less. Creating space for things to come through, for my creativity to come through, for me to receive. My daughter actually has tarot, and she loves oracle cards, and she very occasionally asks me if I'd like a card drawn, and she did. And she said, Mum, do you want me to pull you a card, just as I was really tuning into this energy? And I'm going to share it with you because it's connected to this. And the card that she pulled me was the bee. And it was about prosperity, and it was about the bee, and it was about the bee collecting the nectar from the flowers, and all about that receiving of that nectar. And I was like, oh, so grateful for that beautiful card. Okay, this card has a lesson on the back, so let me read this for you. Today's lesson: assess your level of doing for others. So think particularly about your parenting here. Examine whether you overextend yourself to the point that you become unnecessarily exhausted. Totally working on my boundaries with this one. Why is that? Is your health worth it? Your goal is to confront your core reasons for risking your health unnecessarily. This brings up so much. I'm going to just read that last bit again. Examine whether you overextend yourself to the point that you become unnecessarily exhausted. Why is that? So think about what I was saying at the beginning about our conditioning, you know, what it is. Think about your family of origin and your mum particularly, you know, what does it feel like the truth is to be a good wife, to be a good mother, to be a good woman? You know, we're so seen in the carer archetype, and I, for one, you know, carry so much internal pressure to always be doing, to be giving more, to really overextend my boundaries. So just notice what comes up for you. Why is that? Notice the stories and the people and the expectations that come to mind. Is your health worth it? I don't know about you, but healing my own physical health as well as my mental and emotional health has been a massive part of my really mega healing journey, coming out of my, especially the early and more intense years of my own PDA parenting. And if I could give this message back to myself then, I would really have a word with myself with great love and say it is not worth it, because I really, really put so much pressure on my health, and I've had to do a lot of healing where I didn't put boundaries in place, where I didn't say it's about you and it's about me. It was about you. And I say that with so much love and compassion and forgiveness for myself, because I had no idea how else to be, because of the intensity of asking. And I don't just mean verbally, but I mean in the experience of my child. I felt like I didn't know how else to be other than to give everything of myself. And if I were back there now, I still don't know if I would know how to solve all of the questions that were around for me then. But I do know I would put more in place in terms of my boundaries, my health, and my asking for support, for sure. So just see what comes up for you. And I just want to recognise in saying that how complex it is, you know, and that's why I do this work with you guys as PDA parents, because we all sit here knowing the complexity of that situation. But I do want to speak it just in case you think I don't know that. I understand the complexities of asking for support, and when support is not support, and when support makes things worse, and when support, you know, makes things worse, and when support comes with pressure, and when it's far from perfect. And you know, I know all these complexities, absolutely. I just want to honor that. Okay, your goal to confront your core reasons for risking your health unnecessarily. So even if it's a small pivot, a small opportunity for change, can you find a nudge, a calling, a little touch with that inner guidance right now that's saying, I could, you know, maybe take 10 minutes for a cup of tea every day, and I guard that for myself, even if it means I'm saying no to role play, or no to a game, or no to a shopping trip. Or, you know, what comes up for you that maybe is not like some massive stretch which feels ridiculous, but is like something which it might inconvenience or test the established format of your family dynamics, but would give a lot to you, and that maybe you could all practice leaning into a bit by you speaking your truth of your needs, and maybe just in this moment, just trying to emphasize and feeling into that. Okay, your goal is to confront your core reason for risking your health unnecessarily. So notice what that reason is that is coming up, and we can do some EFT tapping. So if I was sat with you now, my friend, I'm going to have a wiggle at the sip of my coffee and give you a mo. If I was sat with you now, having my drink, and I said, look, mate, I get it, it's really hard, I have it too, but tell me, you know, I see you, your health, whether it's your mental health or your physical health, your sleep, whatever you're noticing, is feeling at risk. Not the word, so I don't get muddled again by saying something else. But what is your real reason right now for really risking your health to this extent, and what comes up for you immediately? And it doesn't matter if it sounds silly or it feels like you can't really justify it, but it feels true anyway. It doesn't matter. You don't need to filter it. Just notice what feels like, what that perceived truth is coming up for you. What is your core reason for risking your health unnecessarily? And it might be because I have no flipping clue what else to do. And that's okay. Just be with that. Okay. And whatever it is, if you've never done tapping before, just follow along with me. All we're going to do is tap on some acupoints while we sit with our focus on the target of this perceived truth, and we're going to soothe our amygdala, that part of the brain that's sending out the fight, flight, freeze, fawn response, because it feels like this is completely true, and it feels like it's like fighting for our survival around this issue. If we relax on it, if we make any changes on it, and we're just going to soothe it and say it's safe. It's safe to look at this. It's safe to be with this. It's safe just to bring it into this space. Okay. So tapping on the side of your hand underneath the little finger, and you can say out loud if you can after me, even though I feel like I have to do this and I have to be like this, I am safe. I am an amazing parent. And I love and appreciate myself. Even though I am like this and I don't know how to change it. I have no idea how else to do it. And I have to carry on exactly the same. And this stupid tapping is not going to make any difference. And I am safe. And I love and appreciate myself. And even if I don't change a thing, I love and accept myself right where I am. Even though I've no idea what else to do. Lindsay, just tell me what else to do and I'll do it, because I have no clue. I am stuck. Nobody's coming in to help me. No support is available. I'm done, but I've got no choice other than to keep going. And if it's risking my health, then that's what I've got to suck up, because this is all I know. And I am safe. And it is okay for me to feel like this. And it is okay to be lost in this. And it is okay to feel stuck. And I completely love and accept myself right where I am, feeling this way, believing this is the only truth. I have to risk my health. There's no other way. No bugger is coming to help me. There is no support. No one else gets it. I've got no other answers. I am stuck and no one's coming to rescue me. I can't do it any differently. This is it for me. This is it. This is all I know. This is all I've got. And I'm on my own. I'm on my own with it. No one else gets it. Maybe you get it, but you can't help me. No one's going to rescue me. I ain't going on a holiday. I'm not having a day out. I've got no choice but to keep risking my health. It's not possible to change anything. My PDAer has no flexibility, no more coping. There's no other way to do this. I've got no answers. I'm completely stuck. I am completely stuck here. And I don't know if it's ever going to change. There are no answers from me. I'm stuck. I'm done. And I'm sad. And I'm angry. And maybe that's something I can do. Maybe, if nothing else, I can at least express how I'm feeling. I can tap and I can say I am sad, I am mad, I am angry, I am done, I am exhausted, I am broken, I am sick, I am worn out. I can say that. I can at least say that. I can hear that truth and I can love and appreciate myself. If nothing else, I can use my voice and I can move the energy and I can be authentic and I can speak my truth. So right now, I'm just going to say I'm done. I am done, and that's okay. I am stuck and I love and appreciate myself. I am worn out, I am exhausted, and yes, I'm sick. And I'm doing the best I know how. I feel closed down and scared and blocked and stuck. And I still choose to love and accept myself. And one more round, folks. And I choose to feel safe. And I want to feel safe. I'm open to being inspired. I'd like some guidance on how to feel better. I am open to the right support. I want to trust. I'm open to guidance. I'd like to learn how to trust myself and my own inner guidance. I send myself so much love and appreciation, and I really honour and hear myself right now. Ooh, you can have a deep breath if you want to, you can have a shake. You might notice your energy moving through yawning, through sighing. You might have a bit of a sob, that's okay. Your nose might be snotting, whatever's coming for you to say your energy's moving. You can just allow it to move, because our energy is emotion in movement. Energy in motion, emotion. Our feelings come in and give us feedback, and they're designed to move through, but we have so many reasons why they get blocked and stuck, because we don't know how, or we haven't got the capacity to honour and hear them and allow that movement. So they get blocked and they get stuck, and the tapping helps us to release them. So when they release, it can be like a, you know, sometimes you might even feel a little bit lightheaded or see flashy lights or things where things are just moving in your energetic, holistic system. So I just want to let you know what to expect, and that it's all okay. I'm sending you so very much love. If you would like to know more about tapping and have more of an experience of it, the end of July, I am going to start running next tap-in challenge, which is the free Facebook challenge. You can all join and come and do that. So just, I'll put a link and you can come in and join the group. And when we get started in July, you'll be in that space and you won't miss anything. And we're going to do 5 weekly videos where you can try some tapping and have the experience of EFT tapping for parents to help you to release and find more relief, so that you can have more sense of freedom and peace within. We all want that, don't we? Yay. All right, lots of love to all of you. Have a super week, and I'll see you soon.